What kind of people do you need in your life? I want you to think about the kind of people that you currently have in your life. Do you have a circle or a cage? Do you have people that multiply or divide? In other words, do you have the kind of people that you need in your life? And in the words of the late great Aaliyah, are you that somebody? I hope you can tell me you are that somebody. Let's talk about highly effective people. 6 types of people that you need in your life to win in life. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. You know we're getting ready to have a conversation of illumination right here on In the Mix. And I'm yours truly, the host with the most, Dr. Eddie. Family, come on. I need you to drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, you know how we light it up in here, up in here, up in here. Do you hear? If you do, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Come on, we too lit to quit. We're going to light it all the way up. It's going to be a 100-watt light bulb kind of conversation. Going to keep it 100. Let us light it all the way up. Why? Because we are the light of the world. In this conversation of illumination, we want to highlight and spotlight the topic, highly effective people. I want to talk about 6 types of people that you need in your life in order to win in life. And here's what I believe. I believe all people are equal. All men are created equal. Doesn't necessarily mean all men or women are treated equal, but I believe all people are equal. Should be treated equal as well. Even in these yet to be United States of America. Even oftentimes these divided states of America. I don't want to go too far on that, but you know that I can. But I believe people are equal. I believe they're also valuable, whether they're on Wall Street, whether they're on Main Street, whether they're off the street. All people are equal. Whether you're magna cum laude, summa cum laude, or if you graduated like me and you just said, thank you, Laude. All people are equal. Lord knows I sure enough did say thank you, Laude, because my favorite 2 classes in school were gym and lunch. But just because everyone is equal doesn't mean that everyone adds equal value to you. Are you hearing me? Yeah, everybody's equal, but everybody does not add equal value to your life. And hear me, until you realize that you will always leave your life up to chance. You always find yourself dealing with chronic and consistent frustration from people who are chronically and consistently frustrated themselves. Right? So they're going to exacerbate all of that frustration onto you. And as a result, here's what you're going to have. You're going to have expectations of people that they don't have the capacity to meet. Ooh, spicy. You're going to have expectations of people that they don't have the capacity to meet. A lot of people have good intentions. They have the intent, but they don't have the extent. They don't have the extent mentally, socially, emotionally, in their emotional intelligence. Here's what I've grown to realize. I've grown to realize that we have to release the expectation that everybody's going to contribute equally to our lives. And that's not what's going to happen. That's not even what everybody is required to do. We have to release the expectation that every single person who is in our lives is going to contribute equally to our lives. Furthest thing from the truth, they're not going to. Old school folks would say, listen, you can't get blood out of a turnip. You can't get something out of someone that they don't have. Likewise, you can't get from someone what they don't have the capacity to give. Family, just type release. Type release. Type release. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a courageous conversation today. Type release. Why? Because you got to release yourself from unnecessary expectations. You have to release people from your own unnecessary expectations. Everyone in my life is equal, but everyone in my life does not add equal value to me. Talking about highly effective people, I want to get into the 6 people in your life that you need to win in life. Highly effective people. People can be highly effective in your life and not necessarily check every single box that is in your life. People can be highly effective in your life and not add equal value to your life as well. Because people are not your source. I need you to hear me. People are a resource. Only God is your source. But people are a resource. And there are certain aspects that people can meet in your life that does make them effective, if not even highly effective. Everyone in my life is equal, but everyone does not add equal value to me. And here's the flip side to this, because I don't want you to leave you out of the equation. You won't add equal value to everyone in their life either. You won't add equal value to everyone in your life either. Come on, just like everybody's not going to add equal value to your life, you're not going to add equal value to everybody's life as well. Should you add some value? You sure better. You sure should. As best as you can. But there's only one you. You don't have the mental capacity to give everybody 100%. 100%. That's 100. Especially 100% of the time. Why? Because yes, even though we are a resource, we are a limited resource. People have limitations. We are finite human beings, not human doings. You're human beings. So here's what I want to do. I want to give you a framework. I want to give you a foundational framework to help you to discern, to help you to determine what you should expect in terms of value. And then also who you should expect it from. Okay? What you should expect in terms of value, who you should expect it from, but then also where you should invest. And then here's the thing, how to be strategic about investing in others. Strategy, structure, solutions, and systems. You know I do that. You know I give you that. And you know we go even further than that in our Eagles community. If you're not a part of our Eagles community, you can really become an exclusive partner with us all the way full tilt by going to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. You have to be clear on the types of people that you need. And I want to give you 6 types of people. I'm going to talk about 6 types of people that you need in your life to win in life. Everybody needs these kind of people in their life. If you're ready, family, just type ready. If you're ready, type ready. Oh, this is going to be a highly effective session. Talking about highly effective people who are going to push you into a place of progression. Number 1, I want you to write this down. Friends. I believe it was a group Houdini who asked the question, friends, how many of us have them? Friends, the ones we can depend on. Let's be friends. Because here's the thing. Friends these days seem to be like Houdini, a magic trick. Here today, gone tomorrow. Poof, vanish, vamoose. Can't find him in the daytime with a flashlight. Fair weather, fickle folk, friends. Friends, they're a friend for you if you can do something for them. And then, as a result, you find yourself dealing with people who you found out were frenemies. Smile in your face all the time they want to take your place. Backstabbers, mask wearers. Not true friends. Friends are not just with you in good times. Friends have your back in challenging times. Jesus said, no greater love has a man than this, that he would lay down his life for his friends. There's a friend that sticketh closer than any brother. Here's the principle. Friends get your life. Other people may get your gifts. Other people may get your time. Other people may get your talent. Other people may get your treasure. But friends get you. Your friends are going to get the real you. Even the you that's not always even palatable. The friends who are in your life are going to give you the truth. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Faithful are the wounds of the friend because here's the thing. Sometimes your friends give you wisdom that sometimes cuts you. They keep it 100. They tell it like a TI is. It doesn't always feel good. But they're faithful to you. They're not hating on you. They're elevating you. They see the best in you. They want the best for you. Your friends are going to get the real you. They're going to speak life into you. They're going to advise you. Here's the thing. You're generally more likely to be real with your friends than with other people. Friend sticks closer than a brother, even a sister. Here's something about friends. Friendship is what family is supposed to be without the last name. Yeah. Friendship is what family is supposed to be without the last name. And sometimes there are bonds you have with people that are not your family, that are oftentimes even greater than those who are your family. Come on, family. Type friends or family. I remember back in the day, you could, I don't even know if they still have this for the phone provider, but it was a family and friends package. Right? Family and friends package. You think about your fave 5. And you're able to add them to where they get priority. They get access. Yeah. Family and friends package. Here's the thing. Friends should be family. Family should be friendly. It's not always the case. But friends should feel like a family package. I'm so glad and grateful that we got friends and family right here. In the Mix is a friends and family show. In the Mix is a family show. In the Mix is a friendly show. But we're going to tell you the truth for sure. Yeah, a lot of my friends and family, they're right here. Yep, they got the badges. They become a partner within the Mix. Come on, I want you to ascribe and subscribe to our family and friends package by becoming a member of our In the Mix family. You're watching In the Mix, but I want you to become a member of In the Mix. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Yeah, like it. Hit the subscribe button. Not only are you a subscriber, but I want you to become a partner as well. Go ahead and get a badge. Tap the join button on our channel. Link is in the chat. Links in the description of this video to be able to get a badge, VIP, royalty, OQP, any of those three. And then also, my gift back to you for becoming a exclusive member and partner is that you now have exclusive membership and access into our Connor's Corner contents, where I'm coaching, where I'm training, where I'm giving some insight, where I'm empowering you, where I'm giving you revelation, inspiration to just deal and overcome the situation of what it is that we go through in life, and just have some kick it conversations. That's a good give and a good gift to you. Go check it out. Tap that join button and become a member of our In the Mix family. In family, there is reciprocation. In friendship, there is reciprocation. It doesn't mean that you do the same thing for each other. But here's what you do. You value each other. Again, friends are what family is supposed to be without the last name. Friends understand. Friends accept us for who they are, but they won't leave us the way that we are. Let me say that again. Friends will accept you the way that you are, but they won't leave you the way that you are. Here's what they do. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to provide support. They're going to give you advice. They're going to give you love. The agape, God kind of love. You can't choose your family, but God has allowed you to choose your friends. Come on, family, type choose wisely. Type choose wisely. Real friends are highly effective people. And that's what we're talking about. 6 types of people that you need in your life to win in life. Told you number 1, friends. Number 2, we on to the next one. We need associates. Family, type associates. Type associates. Here's what people often do. Oftentimes people confuse friends with associates. You get that mixed up on In the Mix. But we're going to mix it up all right. We're going to give you the real clarity. Friends are people that you're doing life with. Associates now are formed as a result of intersecting schedules, common goals, mutual, common interest. Right? It means if my cousin and your cousin played basketball, we're always at basketball games together, means that you and I could have a cordial relationship. We could be cool associates. Doesn't mean that the vulnerability that I would express to a friend is what you're going to get. Doesn't mean that you're going to get that same kind of vulnerability that I would express to an associate. It shouldn't be. Right? It's like you having a master key to your house, and now you just share that key with everybody. Now you give everybody access into the intimate aspect of your life, into the corridors of your mind, into closets, to the garage, to your front door, to your back door. Hello? No, that's another level of vulnerability. That type of vulnerability that is shared with a friend is not shared with an associate. Now, can an associate become a friend? Sure. Maybe, possibly, could be. But you don't treat an associate like a friend until you see that they're worthy of becoming one. You don't treat an associate like a friend until you see that that associate has become a friend to you. Is this landing with somebody? Are y'all tracking with me? And here's the thing. we will save ourselves a lot of heartache. We will save ourselves a lot of disappointment, because many times we are upset. We are angry. We are mad. We are disappointed. We are salty. You mad. Yeah, applies. Right? You're mad because you treated them like one thing when the people were actually another thing. You treated them like a friend when they were really an associate, and you tried to turn an associate into a friend when that associate told you and showed you that they wanted to remain an associate. I need you to hear me. Associates are not evil. Associates, you don't try to say, well, they got NPD, they got narcissistic personality disorder. Don't go there now. Don't go there now. Associates are not evil. Right? We can be working together. We can be classmates together. We can be church members together. But it doesn't mean that we're friends. We can be co-workers. You can be a frat brother, a sorority sister. Yeah, don't start to go and throwing up hand signals now. We know how y'all are. You're going to represent your set. I get it. But it doesn't mean that you're friends. Even with your fraternity brother, your sorority sister, doesn't mean that you're friends. Could be associates. Doesn't mean with your counselor or with the person who you are doing business with. Doesn't mean that. What does it mean? It means that we should treat everybody right. It means that we should honor everybody with love and respect and with real TLC, with tender loving care. Treating everybody right does not mean treating everybody the same. Woo! Treating everybody right don't mean treating everybody the same. Well, I thought you said we all created equal. Yes, we are. I'm going to treat you right. But there are certain people who have access to your life and my life that other people do not. Some people are associates. Some people are friends. Wait till I get into the next few roles. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Out of the 12 disciples that Jesus had, Jesus spent more time with the 3 than he did with others. Hear me, highly effective people have boundaries. You got to know your no. You got to know what to know. You got to know who to know. And you have to know who to know. You got to know who to know, and you got to know who to know. No. What up, though? Jesus spent more time with 3 than he did with the others. On the Mount of Transfiguration, think about it. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he took Peter, he took James, he took John. He didn't take the other 9. And here's the thing, he didn't give the other 9 an explanation. Why you trying to explain yourself to everybody? Woo! You are not obligated to explain why certain people occupy certain places and spaces in your life. Right? We have friends. We have associates. We do life with friends. Associates we can hang with. Associates we can work with. Associates we can partner with. Could they become friends? Possibly, maybe, could be, eventually, yes. Can the relationship be friendly? Absolutely. But does that mean that because they're an associate, they're going to act like family? Doesn't mean because they're an associate, they're going to act like family is supposed to act without the last name. No, not at all. These are the people with whom you share common goals. You share common interests. You share common schedules. Family, type no them, know them. Know them that labor among you. Know them. Be able to discern them. Be able to hone in on them. Gotta know it. Gotta know who you know. Gotta know who to know. Gotta know who to know. Family, we coming back. We coming back. Coming back. I want you to stick and stay. More is on the way. I'm telling you. Yeah, we're gonna mix it up right here on In the Mix. After these messages, I guarantee you, I'm coming right back. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together. Which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth, with self-paced Eagle's Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you have heard. Let's get back to the word. Talking about highly effective people. 6 types of people that you need in your life to win in life. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I told you that you need friends. You also need associates. And I mentioned that associates you share common goals, you share interests, you share schedules, right? You can be cordial, you can even be productive, even though you may not have the particular type of depth of vulnerability that you would express in a true friendship. Right? So it's very important, it's very imperative that you assess, that you recognize the distinction between associates and friends to avoid expecting from an associate what they cannot provide. Expecting from an associate more than they can provide. Save yourself the headache. Save yourself the frustration. Save yourself from blowing a mental gasket. Okay? You need friends. You need associates. Let's move on to number 3. Family, just type assignments. Type assignments. I know you know the assignment, but what are you doing to complete your assignment? You need friends. You need associates. You need assignments. Assignments are people that you're actually helping. You have something that people can benefit from. You have knowledge that you can share. Maybe you're thinking this, though. I can't help nobody. I'm still trying to help myself. I can't help people. I'm not that far along. There's still a lot more for me to learn. There's still a lot for me to grow. But here's what you got to do. You got to teach as you grow. You're farther along than you think you are. And I need you to hear me. If you're one step ahead of anybody in any particular area, that means you can help them. If you are one step ahead of anybody in any particular area, that means you can be on assignment to help somebody. As a matter of fact, you just may be better at helping people that are one step behind you in particular than somebody who is 10 steps ahead of them. Person who's 10 steps ahead may not even remember what the struggle was like. They may be so far removed from it to where they can't even associate with that particular individual. What you can't do is you can't keep going through life thinking that you're less than, thinking that you're unqualified. You cannot live a thriving, purposeful life by being a consumer. You must be a contributor. You cannot live a specific, empowered, purposeful life by just being a purchaser when you were called to be a producer. You were called to be a contributor. There's some fulfillment that you don't get unless, hear me, you contribute to the advancement of other people. Why is that? Because even scripture says it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. What advice can you give? What knowledge and expertise do you have that you can give, that you can share? What wisdom do you have that you can give? It's just the way it is. This is how God set it up. This is the way that God orchestrated it. Even people who are billionaires and millionaires multiple times over feel that there is a void in their life unless they are giving, unless they are doing some type of philanthropic work, unless they're serving, unless they're giving back to help other people move forward, unless they are making a donation, not just of their time, not just of their treasure, but also of their time. This is the way that God set it up. This is the way that he orchestrated things. And when you're contributing to an assignment, whether formal or informal, this is what you're realizing. I am sowing in one particular field, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to reap in that particular field. I am sowing in one particular field, but I'm going to harvest in another. What do I mean by that? In other words, you're adding value to a person, knowing this person is not going to necessarily add that kind of value back to me. Right? But it doesn't mean it's not going to come back to me. Just because the person doesn't add value to me, even though I'm adding value, doesn't mean that the value won't come back to me. It's going to come back to me in a different way and from a different person. Just because I planted in this field doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily reap in this particular field from the person who I sowed into. But I will reap in a different way, even from a particular different person. And here's the thing, just because that person cannot give back to me right in this moment doesn't mean that they'll never be able to give back to me. Here's another thing. Discernment now gives you direction. Come on, family, type direction. Type direction. Type harvest. Type direction. Type harvest. Your harvest has a particular direction. And your harvest has a particular connection. And that connection is in you understanding what your assignment is. You are on assignment to be in alignment with your particular person, your particular purpose. Discernment gives you direction to distinguish between, I need you to hear me, between an attachment and an assignment. Yes, it does. Discernment gives you direction to distinguish between an attachment and an assignment. That's what I got to think. That's what I got to delineate. Are you an attachment or are you an assignment? Just because they are around you doesn't mean that they are for you, much less that they are with you. I know you're around me, but do I really know that you're with me? I know you're around me, but hear me, can you surround me? Yeah, you're around me, but can you surround me? Surround me how? With love. That is not just in words, but it's in deeds. Hear me. You ain't even got to tell me that you love me. If you show me that you love me, I already know. Can you surround me with emotional intelligence? Can you surround me with peace and increase? My life ought to not be hectic and chaotic because you're in my life. It should be peaceful. My life ought not decrease. It should increase. You ought not to reduce me. You ought to produce greater value in me. Are you bringing suitability or anxiety? Are you bringing calamity or connectivity? Are you bringing peace or pressure? Because if not, I'm going to have a Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson moment, and it's going to make me want to scream. Yes, it is. You laughing, but here's what you had to do. You had to laugh to keep from crying too. Are you going to amplify me like my voice is flowing into your computer, into your phone, into your home? On the microphone. Is this thing on? That's what it is. Talking about highly effective people. Do I have highly effective people in my life? Here's what we have to delineate. Here are some questions that we have to ask ourselves. We got to ask ourselves some tough questions because most people, we just allow anybody and everybody to just come on in our life. And you don't have any bridges. I didn't say walls. You don't have any bridges. You don't have any boundaries. Boundaries are not barriers. Boundaries are bridges. Walls are bridges. Boundaries are bridges. I can grant access to who or deny access to who I want, coming in or not coming into my life. I have to ask myself some real serious questions. What kind of people do I need in my life? Once you think about that, what kind of people do I need in my life versus what kind of people do I currently have in my life? Now, in a perfect world, this is what we want. We want the people who we want in our life. We want the people who we need in our life to actually be the same type of people that we currently have in our life. But that's not always the case. That's not always the case with the type of people who are in our face. I got to ask myself this question. Do I have a circle or do I have a cage? Do I have people in my life who multiply or divide? In other words, here's what I'm saying. Do I have the kind of people that I need in my life? And in the words of the late great Aaliyah Houghton, one of Detroit's own Aaliyah, asked the question, are you that somebody? Tell me you're that somebody. Because here's what we generally want. We want the best and we want the blessed. But are you the best and the blessed for somebody else? It's tight, but it's going to be all right. Let me move on. Questions that need answers, family. Questions that need answers. I told you number 1. 6 type people that you need in your life. You need friends. You need associates. You need assignments. This takes me to the 4th person. The 4th person that you need in life. You need a mentor. Family, just type mentor. Type mentor. You need a mentor. Here's the hard truth about mentorship. It's not so much a mentor's responsibility to mentor. It's the responsibility of the mentee to seek mentorship. Are you following me? Because a mentee has to express their needs to their mentor. A mentor is not a mind reader. You can extract from the mentor what it is that you denote what you need. Again, it's not so much a mentor's responsibility to mentor, it's the responsibility of the mentee to seek mentorship. And here's what I love about mentorship. Mentorship saved my life. Are you hearing me? Mentorship saved my life. It saved my life when I sought it out. Yeah. It saved my life when I wanted it. When I decided that, listen, I have to address the need. So what I began to do, I began to think about who are the positive male mentors that are already leading by example, whether it's a principal, whether it's a deacon, whether it's a pastor, whether it's a football coach, basketball coach, some community advocate. And I see in them what I desire to exemplify in myself. I see in them what I desire to become. Right? And so what did I do? I put myself in particular proximity. I positioned myself to have a listening ear. Because this is what I realized. When you're in the company of greatness, it's not always for you to talk. Sometimes it's for you to listen. Hard truth alert, HTA, HTC. When I am in the company of greatness, it is not always my responsibility to talk. More often than not, it is my responsibility to listen, because everything is not taught. Some things are caught. Some things are caught more than they're taught. A mentor can't stop every 2 seconds and say, I need you to heed to this word. He don't do like me. I need you to heed to these resources that you heard. Let's get back to the word. It ain't about that all the time. It is learning by watching. Mentorship can be formal. Mentorship can be informal. Mentorship can be in person. Mentorship, in many cases these days, because we have access to portals like YouTube, social media, it can be informal. It can be virtual mentorship. Yeah, like a YouTube space. Virtual mentorship, like in the mix. Show virtual mentorship right here. By joining my mentorship, my private mentorship coaching. Yeah, going further and farther, then we go right here on In the Mix in our Eagles Academy. EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video to join. Mentorship can be via the social media medium, where you learn from who you listen to. And then here's the thing about mentorship. Mentorship is not just about listening. Mentorship is about applying. I'm learning based upon what I listen to. And then not only am I listening, I'm applying. I'm not just a hearer of the word. I am a doer. Scripture says it. Don't just be hearers of the word, but be doers of the word. And one of the greatest gifts that I realize that a mentor can give you is speed. Yeah. One of the greatest gifts that a mentor can give you is speed. They can move you from 0 to 100 real quick. They can put you into a place of acceleration and execution and exponential increase. They can take what they learned in decades and give it to you in days. They can take what they've learned in moments and months and give it to you in minutes. Do you hear what I'm telling you? That's the power of mentorship. That's the power that you possess as well as a mentor. Here's what I understand about mentorship. I remember being a student up at Eastern Michigan University, where I did my undergrad. And I was mentored there. I was a RA. I was a resident advisor. I said, I'm getting my room and board paid for. I'm going to have the biggest. Yeah, my room was bigger too. Had a little flex plan. Yeah, I was able to eat as much as I wanted to, when I wanted to, where I wanted to eat. Oh, yeah. Oh, that freshman 15 sure enough hit me. I'm getting flashbacks of the food court now. Get a little hungry. But I'm yeah, I am. But this is what I learned. Remember, we had these shirts, had Eagles. Interesting, I got the Eagles Academy now, and the Eastern Michigan University Eagles. And then I went to high school. Their mascot was Eagles. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what that's all about. But I guess I've been mounting up on wings as an eagle all my life. But this is what they said. They gave us shirts one day. Shirt we had, the Eastern Michigan, had RA, and this, that, and the other. And then on the back of the shirt, there was a quote. I'll never forget it. It said, life teaches you in two ways, mistakes and mentors. Life teaches you in two ways, mistakes and mentors. It took me years for me to really digest what that word was all about and really make some sense of it. And here's what it is. It's better to learn from the mistakes of a mentor than for you to make your own. Life is teaching you in two ways, mistakes and mentors. Too many times we make our own mistakes. We make the mistakes that a mentor can save us from, but we won't listen. We won't learn. And as a result, we won't lead. I need to learn from the mistakes of a mentor than to make my own so that I don't bump my own head, because a hard head is going to always make a soft behind. When I don't apply the knowledge in my mind. Oh, I like that. HTA, Hard Truth Alert. HTC, Hard Truth Conversation. I'm giving you your vitamin B3 shot right now to make it bigger, better, brighter. Hard head is going to always make a soft behind when I don't apply the knowledge in my mind. Because this is what you will do. You will live a life of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Family, are y'all tapping in right here? Are you tapping in right here? Family, type number 5. Type 5. Type 5. I got 5 on it. I got 4 that's in need, and I gave you the first 4. I gave you the first 4 like it was a NCAA March Madness tournament. First 4, of course. You need a friend. Highly effective people. 6 types of people that you need. First 4. 1, you need a friend. Number 2, you need an associate. Number 3, you need an assignment. Fourthly, you need a mentor. Number 5. Family, just type advisor. You need an advisor. You really do. You need an advisor, family. Why do you need an advisor? You need an advisor because advisors play the role of offering advice. You need good advice. Here's what scripture says. In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. In the multitude of advisors, there's safety. Why? Because they're saving you from a possible mistake or bad decisions that you can make. Why? Because advisors can see through visors. Yeah, they can see through what in many cases becomes so cloudy. That they can see through what in many cases becomes so gloomy. They can see more and before. Well, isn't a mentor an advisor? There's a difference. There is a difference. A mentor may offer some valuable information based upon their experiences, based upon their wisdom. However, advisors offer value through specific feedback from specific questions. Advisors are even more strategic than mentors. Here's what you may get. May get lunch with a mentor. You can gain years worth of wisdom. But an advisor is better engaged, sometimes through a phone call, sometimes through an email with a set of questions. An advisor may not always have the time to necessarily meet with you. But an advisor, when you really, really need something, they can pinpoint something. They can give you pinpoint direction. An advisor in many cases is synonymous with a coach, right? They have a formal title. They can carry an informal title, so to speak, to where their title may not even specifically matter because of the knowledge and the expertise that they've gained so much that is greater than a particular title. They may not even have a title, but they have a function. Right? Here's what you got to ask. Is there a person who has a level? Is there a person who has a degree? Is there a person who has a dimension of expertise that they've learned in decades that they can give it to me in days? Whether it's a mentor, whether it's a coach. And when even you talk about a coach, we can go all the way into that. Here's what we have to realize. If you can get the right people in your life, it's going to improve your life in totality. Some of us, we have the right people who are in our lives. They're just not in the right place. What do I mean by that? They're really an assignment, but we're treating them like an associate. I'm getting a little bit too far ahead. Let me slow it down a little bit. Here's the thing about an advisor. An advisor can move you into a place of taking a quantum leap. An advisor can move you to a place of taking an exponential increase in a particular area. Why? Because they have pointed knowledge. They have keen insight. But guess what? The insight in many cases is revealed based upon the questions that you have. The more depth that you ask in question, the more depth the answer can be given. Some of us have multi-million-dollar idea advisors, but we're only getting pennies out of it because we're not asking the right type of questions. Hear me, information changes situations. The right types of questions get you to the right types of answers. Number 6. It's only right that we do number 6 because we are in the mix. Family, I want you to type this: coach. Last but not least, you need a coach. You need a coach. When you think about a coach, most people think about a coach as in a sports coach. They think about a coach as in a life coach. Here's what I want you to think about coach as in a stage coach. Let me go old school. Let me go all the way back. Let me take that and rewind it back. Let me go back to horse and buggy days. What did a stage coach do? Here's what a stage coach did. They got you from one place to another, and they helped you to experience quantum leaps. A stage coach got you from one particular place, from point A to point B, or from point A to point B to point C, on and on, onward and upward. Why is that? Because you can be living right and not living well. That's what a coach does for you. You're living right, but are you living well? A coach helps you to delineate and differentiate the two. A coach helps you to conflate the two. A coach helps you to not only live right, but they help you to live well. Listen, whenever I invested in a coach, I didn't just invest in a coach, I invested in me. Whenever I invested in a coach, I always got an ROI, a return on my investment. Whenever I invested in a coach, I invested in myself. Why? Because I understand that I'm my greatest asset. I understand that I'm my greatest resource. Not Louis Vuitton, not Louboutin or Louboutin. Not coach, but actually having a coach. Not your coach purse. Not your coach bag. I'm talking about you actually having a coach. The greatest investment that you can make is the investment in yourself. And here's what many of us don't do. We don't invest in ourselves because we don't believe in ourselves. I can only invest to the totality of my belief. There is no investment where there is no belief. Come on. Come on. What do I mean by that? You got a business proposal. The reason they accepted your business proposal and they gave you financial backing for it is because they believed in the promise of your vision. If they denied you, they didn't believe in it, so they didn't invest in it. Do you believe in you enough to invest in you? If you can just get the right people in your life and you say, well, yeah, I got the right people in my life, but do I have them in the right place? Again, like I said, we're trying to confuse and we're trying to conflate a friend with an associate. We're confusing an assignment with an associate, an advisor with a friend. They're really an associate, but you're trying to treat them like a friend. They're really an advisor, and you want the advisor to be your friend. But do you hear me? If you can put the right people in your life in the right place, then you can have a life that amplifies you not only living right, but living well. Come on, family, type live well. Type live well. He said, here's what he said in John 10:10. I came that you might have life, but also have it more abundantly. Think about this. You think about advisors. You think about coaches. You need advice. If you're gonna pick people's brain, don't be mad if they pick your pocket. If you trust their voice, don't get salty when they send you an invoice. Oh, we don't like that, do we? We don't like that because we've embodied the whole notion that if it's free, it's for me. But in many cases, we don't value what comes free naturally. We value what we had to place an investment in. The goal of the coach is to facilitate learning. I need you to hear me. The goal of the coach is to facilitate learning, is to facilitate focus, is to facilitate results. Coaches are trained in the strategies for achieving greater output, achieving greater success. Coaches are going to help you to clarify your goals. Coaches are going to help you to focus on your focus on what it is that you need to do, on what it is that you need to do. Coaches are going to find the best strategies to equip you for greater achievement, for expansion. Here's the thing about coaches. Coaches don't just teach what they've heard. Coaches teach what not only they've learned, but they teach what they've experienced. Some people are teaching from what they've heard. Some people are teaching from what they've learned. But are you teaching from experiential knowledge? This is what I did. This is what I experience. These are the things that you need to look out for. These are things that you don't need to have the blinders about. I have skin in the game. Come on, family, type get in the game. Coaches have skin in the game. Coaches are also going to set up an accountability system. They're setting up an accountability system for you so that you can improve, so that you can keep moving forward. Coaches, hear me. They put you into a place of laser focus. They help you to tap into your laser focus. Family, type laser focus. Type laser focus. They are trained to push you into a place of greater laser focus, improving your focus. Coaches are asking the right questions of you because they understand that asking those particular right questions are going to generate proper results. Family, we're having a courageous conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. It's been an explosion of inspiration and information and revelation so far. Coaches are valuable. Coaches are valued. Why? Because of shared accountability. I need you to hear me. A coach who's trying to get the best out of you and that you're trying to get the best out of your life, they are not there to be your friend. Not even there to be your mentor. Why? Because the role of the coach is not to just feed you information. You can get that from a teacher. You can get that from a mentor. They're not there to just feed you information. Here's what they are there to do. They are there to reframe situations. They are there to provide proper resources. Yeah. As a resource, you need resources. Why? Because I need to make improvements in my life. I need to be charting my progress. I need to see what is it that I can measure, because whatever gets measured gets done. What doesn't get measured doesn't get accomplished. Here's what I also like about a coach. A coach sees what you can't address. A coach finds what you oftentimes miss. As good as you are, as talented as you are, you still need a coach. Think about Michael Jordan. As talented as he was, Phil Jackson had to come in and corral all of that talent, all of that giftedness, all of that competitive fire and that energy, so that he could facilitate, so that Jordan could delegate, so that he could kick the ball to a teammate, so that he could also not interrogate other people for their weaknesses. And yes, he did do that too. But he could bring out the strengths that were in other particular players. Who are the particular type of individuals who are in your life that oftentimes we excoriate? We push them aside. We don't delegate. We micromanage. And a coach sees in you what you may not necessarily see in yourself. They can address what you oftentimes miss, and they give you strategies. They give you structure. They give you solutions. They give you systems. They show you how to be aware of what you're not aware of. Yeah, they are aware of what you're not aware of, and they make you aware of it. Because here's the thing, my dear brothers and sisters. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Oftentimes you don't know what you don't know. You have to identify issues. Why? Because you cannot fix what you cannot find. And a coach is above reproach. A coach is helping you to approach your dreams, your goals, and what it is that you desire to do and push you into the power of your purpose. One of the greatest shooters that God ever created is named Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a warrior for sure, even though he plays for the Golden State Warriors. Here's what blew my mind. Read a quote from Steph Curry. Came across a quote from Steph Curry that said this: to excel at the highest level, or even any level at all, you need to believe in yourself. And then he went on ahead and said, hands down, one of the biggest contributors to my self-confidence has been, I need you to hear me, private coaching. That's what he said. To excel at the highest level. Matter of fact, to excel at any level at all, got to believe in yourself. And hands down, one of the biggest contributors to his own self-confidence has been private coaching. Shooting 30-foot jump shots sure says you self-confident. And I want to ask you, family, what are you shooting for? And then secondly, do you have any follow through? When Michael Jordan shot that last shot in the Bulls uniform, he held his hand in the air as if he didn't even care. The interviewer, the reporter, asked him after he won that sixth championship, hitting the shot but holding his form. He asked him, why in the world did you hold the form? Jordan said, I kept coming up short. I wanted to follow through. How many times are you coming up short on your goals, your dream, your purpose, your drive? And if you could just fix the mechanics, and follow through, you'd finish. Family, I'm your mechanic. Yeah, I'm your mechanic who's helping you fix the mechanics. Yeah, understanding that you need highly effective people in your life. You need friends. You need associates. Yeah, you need assignments. You need mentors. You need advisors. You sure enough need a coach. That's all six that in the mix. I want to be your coach. I want to empower you to soar into greater success and into greater purpose. Let me coach you into the greatness of who it is that you are. You know there's more in you. You know that God has more for you. I want you to invest in you. What you believe about you is connected to the investment that you make in you. I want you to make an investment. I want you to make an investment. I want to take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. And so here's what you need. You need accountability partners. Eagles, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. You need other eagles who are going to soar with you into greater success and into greater purpose. What I love about Eagles is empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. I want to put you into that place of greater transformation in your relationships, in your business, in your goals, in your spiritual development, in your marketplace mandate, and you discovering the inner workings and the intricacies of your purpose. Because there's more for you to fulfill. And I want you to join us in our Eagles community. I need you to hear me. The best time for you to join the Eagles community was yesterday. The next best time for you to join our community is right now. Let me say that twice because it's also nice. The best time for you to have joined our community was yesterday. But the next best time for you to join is today. It is right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. I want you to fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Yeah. It's time out for you just living right, and that's good. but I want you to live well. I want you to put the right people in your life in the right place. Come on, family, type get in place. Get in place. Come on, get in place. God is opening windows of heaven and pouring out blessings that you don't have room enough to receive. Get in place. Why? Because if you don't get in place, you'll be replaced. I got to get in place in my health. Got to get in place with my particular finances for wealth building. I got to get in place with my purpose. I got to get in place with my relationships by building healthy relationships. I have to get in place by understanding that I need to be a disruptive thinker. I have to get in place by overcoming sulking and sinking and stinking thinking. I have to get in place by overcoming gaslighting and a scarcity mindset. I have to get in place spiritually, mentally, socially, emotionally, relationally, down those alleys of life. Why? Because he said, I came that you might have life, Jesus said, and that you might have it more abundantly. Family, I want you to sow into your abundance. I want you to sow into God bringing highly effective people in your life. Yeah, he's bringing them in your life to help you to win in life. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Link is in the chat for how to give and where to give. The link is in the description of this video for how to give and where to give as well. It's not as a debt that you owe. It is a seed that you sow. You can give and you can sow. I want you to partner with us by sowing into this amazing in the mix community. Your seed sowing helps us to expand our reach, helps us to broaden our broadcast, helps us to get the right type of equipment to make this show better, bigger, and brighter. And we can do that with you partnering with us and you planting a seed in good ground. You can sow via Cash App, yes, electronically as well. Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. Again, Cash App, $Access Identity, Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. And as you're sowing your seed, I do want you to name your seed. I want you to name your seed as you sow your seed. I'm joining my faith with yours that God does 30, 60, 100-fold, exceedingly abundantly, above all that you can ask or think. Family, was this word that you heard impactful? Was it impactful? Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. I do want you to join our Eagles community. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. And of course, I want you to become a member of In the Mix. I want you to partner with us. Of course, the ultimate partnership is being a part of the Eagles Academy, our Eagles Academy community. But you can also partner with us on the level of purchasing a badge for, I believe, as low as $9.99. VIP, royalty, OQP. You up with OQP? Yeah, you know me. If you up with OQP, then you show me. Partner with us. Don't just watch In the Mix, but become a member of In the Mix. And then my give and my gift to you is that I'm giving you access to our Connor's Corner content. Got a lot of content in Connor's Corner. Yeah, got a lot of content in Connor's Corner that I believe you will find to be advantageous and that will improve your life to not only help you to live right, but it'll help you to live well. Well, family, In the Mix is out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. Yeah. And we mix it up right here on YouTube. Family, I don't want you to be a ghost follower. I do want you to hit the subscribe button. Come on. And as a subscriber, you're also a partner with us. Partner with us by hitting the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button on this video as well. And of course, we mix it up not only on the YouTube side, but also on our sister satellite social media stations. Yeah, sister satellite stations on social media. And we give a sincere salute to all of you who watch us there. But I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way. Step that way. Yes, step this way. Step that way. Which way am I talking about? By friending me and following me right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. On Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. At EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Reach out to me if you're looking for a dynamic speaker. Now, why would you look any further? You know, I'm the man with a job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your event, your session. Let's make progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me, info@eddieconnor.com. And I'm telling you, it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother, gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment.